All right, guys, this is the start of chapter 5, and this is our first chapter that we're really going to dive deep into triangles. And triangles are very, very important in geometry. In fact, about, I don't know, 4 or 5 of our 12 chapters in this book deal just with triangles. So this is kind of the beginning of it all. So first, we're going to have a little bit of vocab. So an interior angle is just what it sounds like. It's an angle included in the interior part of a polygon, okay? Specifically a triangle. So for example, a triangle has 3 interior angles, a pentagon has 5, so on and so forth. Now an exterior angle is an angle on the outside of the polygon, and it's drawn by extending one of the lines or one of these sides past the vertex. So as you can see here, like A, B, and C, these are all interior angles. These are kind of what we think of when we think of an angle. Okay, exterior angles are out here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that would be an example of an exterior angle of a polygon. All right, so we have a couple theorems. Now this theorem here, a lot of people would tell you that this theorem is the most important theorem of geometry. Okay, and all this theorem tells us is that all angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if we add up all the interior angles of a triangle, every single time would get 180. Okay, now this triangle down here, this is one that is often forgotten, and let me tell you, if you forget it, it's almost impossible to solve some of these problems. If you know it, it's easy to solve, but if you forget it, it's very, very hard, sometimes impossible. But the exterior angle theorem tells you that an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the 2 non-adjacent interior angles. So for example, in this figure, I could say angle 1 is equal to the 2 non-adjacent angles would be these 2. So the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B. All right, so let's write a proof to show the exterior angle is true. So here we just have a triangle with one exterior angle. And when I refer to angle A, angle B, and angle C, I'm referring to the interior angles. Okay, so if I say angle B, I mean this angle. If I say angle C, I mean this angle. Angle A is this angle. Okay, so just by looking at this triangle, I know that the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C is equal to 180. And I know that by the triangle sum theorem, the one we just read that said all angles of a triangle add up to 180. Okay, now I also know that angle 1 and angle C are a linear pair. And that's just by definition of linear pair. Okay, well, if they're a linear pair, that means that they're supplementary, right? That's the linear pair postulate. Now, 180 and 180. So, since these both are equal to 180, I can say that they are equal to each other. So this equals this. So measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle C equals measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C. And you could put in here either transitive property or you could put substitution. Either one of those would work. All right, now if you look, both of these have measure of angle C. Both sides do. So I can subtract them out by the subtraction property of equality. And when I do that, those go away and those go away. I'm left with measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B, which is exactly what we wanted to prove. So this is just the proof of the exterior angle theorem and why it always worked. Right, now I'm going to do an example of the exterior angle theorem here. So I know that the exterior angle, 2x minus 5, I know that's going to be equal to the two non-adjacent interior angles. So equals to x plus 70. Now I've taken a geometry problem, guys, and I've just turned it into an algebra problem. Solve for x here, I get x is 75. Now we're not done because the question didn't ask us to solve for x. The question asked us to find the measure of LKM. Oh, sorry, JKM. So JKM would be right here. It's this exterior angle. So I 2, my x is 75, minus 5. 2 times 75 is 150. So this is 145 degrees. That's my final answer. All right, now using the two theorems we've learned in this section, I want you to go ahead and do B and C on your own, and then we'll go over them. All right, so go ahead and check what you had against mine. So using the exterior angle theorem, we know that the exterior angle is equal to the two non-adjacent interiors added together, so 3x plus 40, okay? And so when I go through and I do algebra, I solve and I get x equals 25. Now it wants me to find the measure of angle 1. So you could do this two ways. You could either plug that 25 into these two and then subtract those from 180 to get 1, or I just plugged it into this exterior angle and I got that this exterior angle is 115. And then I know that these two are a linear pair, so they add up to 180, so this had to be 65. What you should have got is angle 1 equals 65 degrees. Okay, and then the last one down here, we know that all three angles, so 2x, 90, x minus 6, all of them equals 180. And then we solve for x, so we get x equals 32. And then it doesn't say solve for x, it says find the measure of each acute angle. So we know that this one, when we plug x in, is 64. And this one is 26. All right, guys, you should know a lot of these. If you don't, that's okay, we'll go over them, but hopefully you know at least most of them. A scalene triangle is a triangle in which no sides are the same in length. Okay, so all three sides are different lengths. An isosceles triangle, you should know, two sides are congruent. And an equilateral triangle has three congruent sides. Okay, an acute triangle is a triangle in which all angles measure less than 90 degrees. And then a right triangle has one angle that is equal to 90 degrees. An obtuse triangle has one angle that is greater than or bigger than 90 degrees. And then equiangular is just a triangle in which all angles are equal, just like it sounds. And if all angles are equal, that means each one has to be 60 degrees. So these three have to deal with side lengths. And these four have to deal with angles. Okay. Guys, here's just a picture of the vocab we just worked out. So just know what they look like. If you know the vocab, this shouldn't be a problem. All right, let's look at this example here. We have this triangle here, and it wants us to classify it by its sides and its angles. Okay, so when I first look at it, the one thing I notice is that, and it's probably kind of hard to see on yours, is that there's a dash here and a dash here. And those dashes signify that those two side lengths are the same. So if we have two congruent sides, we have what kind of triangle? We have an isosceles triangle if we have two congruent sides. Now, looking at this triangle, this is acute, and this is acute. So we would have an acute triangle based on its angles. All right, I want you to go ahead and try to do these two on your own. This shouldn't be hard. It's just, do you know what these vocabulary words mean? All All right, guys, now every one of these, all of you guys are going to have a different look. Here's mine. We want to draw an obtuse isosceles. So obtuse means we have one angle that's bigger than 90. This angle is clearly bigger than 90. And an isosceles means that we have two sides that are the same. So I just marked these two sides the same. Guys, it didn't have to be perfect. I don't need you to get a ruler out right now. All right, so down here we want an acute scalene triangle. So acute, all of these angles are less than 90 degrees, so it's acute. And then a scalene triangle is just a triangle where all three sides have different lengths. So I just put 1 hash, 2 hash, and 3 hash marks right here to signify that each one of these are different lengths. All right, guys, so let's look at example 5 now. It says classify triangle OPQ, so this triangle here, by its sides. Tell whether it's a right triangle. So to classify it by its sides, we need to know, are any of these congruent? Okay, so to find that, I'm going to find the length of all of these. So I'm going to find the length of side PO. I'm going to find the length of side PQ. I'm going to find the length of side OQ. Okay, and to do that, I'm just going to use the distance formula. So PO be -1 minus 0 squared plus 2 minus 0 squared, which is going to equal square root of -1 squared is 1 plus 2 squared is 4. So this is just the square root of 5. Okay, let's do the same for PQ. Okay, so it'd be the square root of PQ is right here. So 6 plus 1 squared plus 3 minus 2 squared, which gives me 7 squared plus 1 squared, which is 49. 1 squared is 50. Guys, I'm not going to worry about simplifying this right now. And then OQ would have square root of 6 minus 0 squared plus 3 minus 0 squared, which equals 6 squared is 36, 3 squared is 9, square root of 45. So as you can see, all of these are different, and therefore, when I talk about classify it by its sides, this is a scalene triangle. Okay? Now it says determine whether it is a right triangle. Okay, well, I'm looking at this, and the only one that looks like it could be right is this angle right here. So I want to find if these two lines are perpendicular. So think back to chapter 3, and what do we know about the slopes of perpendicular lines? We know the slopes of perpendicular lines are opposite reciprocals. So I'm going to find the slopes of PO, and then I'm going to find the slope of OQ. Okay, so the slope of PO, I'm going down 1, 2 over 1, so it's just -2. OQ, I'm going up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 3 over 6, which reduces to 1/2. And if I look, -2 and 1/2, these are opposite reciprocals, which means these two lines are perpendicular, which means they form a 90-degree angle. So I could say this is a scalene right triangle. All right, guys, here's the corollary to the triangle sum theorem. And all this tells us that if we have a right triangle, then the two acute angles have to add up to 90. Okay, so basically, if I say angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180, and then subtract angle C, so subtract 90, we would get this. So you should have been able to come to that conclusion without this corollary. All right, last one. So it tells us that this is a right triangle. Okay, and the measure of one acute angle is twice the measure of the other. So if that means this is x, this has to be 2x. So I know x plus 2x has to equal 90. 3x equals 90. X equals 30. So that means we have a 30 and a 60 degree